This video is made for people who have experienced a proven success. If your professional role is giving you pride and satisfaction, if you enjoy the lifestyle that your job enables you to live, then you're one of those successful people. My name is Jacob Shekrel. I'm a mental strategist and a clinical hypnotherapist. Successful people have set the goal decades before they achieved it. They had a strong desire, a precise vision, and measured steps. And during many years, they worked hard to get to the top. If you're an entrepreneur or a senior executive, your story might be similar to many others who were busy climbing up the role ladder, and they had to pay a heavy price with family and health. And now, in the current situation, do you also have sometimes these frightening thoughts that everything that you have achieved can disappear? Or do you also feel that you constantly have to prove your abilities and skills and all your achievements to date are worthless? Or are you afraid of making decisions because if you make a mistake, others might discover that you are not as smart as they thought? Or do you feel the stress and anxiety which appears every time that you don't know what to choose? If you experience one or more of these, you should know that there is a way to solve all that. Even if you've tried to solve it in the past by taking courses or consultants or by searching the books for answers, and despite whatever you've done to solve these issues, it still pulls you down. Look, it's not because you lack the knowledge or skills. And this does not mean that those issues cannot be solved. All it means that you were guided in the wrong way. And it's not your fault. It didn't work because they focused on the external symptoms instead of dealing with the root cause, the real factors that cause your problems. I'll point out some of these factors: lack of self-worth and self-esteem, limiting beliefs, fears of rejections, lacking of knowledge of how to deal with it. All people are born with similar mechanism that performs the same actions. Also, the brain functions similar using neurons, which are using old patterns to enable them to a fast action. And yet, if we are so similar, how come that each person gets different results? Well, the answer is that each person is programmed differently. The neurons are programmed to operate in different patterns, and they're affected by family ties, social connections, and by emotional traumas that the person experienced during childhood. Think of a computer manufacturer that makes thousands of similar units with a similar hardware. Yet each one of these computers can function with a different software. The human brain has one purpose: to maintain survival. And in a threat or danger, the brain must respond fast. For that reason, it uses only the old and known patterns. And the more the brain repeats the same patterns, they become habits that governs our behavior. When we are dealing with unfamiliar or a difficult situation, the brain perceives the situation as a threat and immediately reacts with the old familiar patterns. Therefore, we focus on the problems, fears, and imagining negative outcomes. That's the reason why the courses we took, hoping they will solve our problems, they just increase our knowledge or skills, but unable to change the old patterns which govern us. Albert Einstein said, when we do the same action over and over again, we'll continue to receive the same old results. In order to change our old results, we need to change the old programming. And that is done by releasing the old emotional traumas. Now that you know what needs to be done, if you're fed up with the old way, If you're tired of all the excuses and stories that make you feel like a hostage of the circumstances, if you have decided that your time is precious and not taking action holds you back from a bigger success, if you understand that the biggest risk you take is not taking a risk, if you've decided not to waste another year with useless attempts, if you're committed to change your old patterns with new and more effective patterns that will help you to succeed, now it's your time to take an action. I invite you for a conversation with me. I'll show you how I can help you, just like I help hundreds of people using my method. Through hypnosis, we're able to release the old emotional patterns from the subconscious and to empower your inner resilience by strengthening your self-worth and self-confidence. And in the near future, when you'll encounter new challenges, the old patterns won't be found anymore. Instead, there will be new patterns that will encourage success. If this sounds as a good plan, send me a personal message through the social media and we'll arrange our call. The links will be found in the video's descriptions. Thank you. This is Jacob Shepherd.